Morning, everyone. My name is Chris. This morning I felt the need to touch on a subject that's been pretty hot for the last 30 days or more. As some of you know, I was incarcerated. I was incarcerated for 44 straight years. I went in at 20 years old. I got out. I regained my freedom at 64 years old. And I've been out almost 3 years. But let me just share this with you. I understand a lot of your anger. I understand a lot of your pain. And please do not take this video as I'm supporting what's going on as far as the wrong, the killing of innocent people, whether they're inmates or whether they're just regular people on the street. I caused the death of someone, and that still haunts me. I haven't forgiven myself for that, and I probably won't. But nevertheless, I understand people's heartaches and pain. As I said, I was an inmate, prisoner, whatever you want to call, 44 straight years. I lived behind them walls of broken dreams, within the belly of the beast, and within the devil's playground. I've seen the best of the best and the worst of the worst. I've been beaten. I've been abused. I've been taken advantage of. And yet, I also know that which doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. Especially if you have the will to live. If you have the determination to move forward, not backwards. To look up, not down. And to hold on and not give up. I never gave up, regardless of what took place with me. I know a lot of guys behind those walls who are my friends, my true friends, my brothers. How can you spend decades, years and years with someone, eat with them, share stories with them, talk with them, and not become brothers? And brothers doesn't necessarily mean it has to be by the same parents. Brothers is someone who connect, enjoy each other's company, and who are truly friends to the end and would stand back to back against other individuals who wanted to do harm to them. I left a lot of good brothers behind. And I moved forward trying to start a new start. And I've done that. I work. My wife and I, 41 years, we're happy. And yet we're sad. I'm always sad at different friends I left behind. I got a friend. He's 87. He's going on 50 years behind them walls. And he goes to the board this month. And I hope that he make it. But my point I'm making right here is this. There's good on both sides. Now, I know you don't want to hear that. But the truth is the truth. There's good officers that works within the Department of Correction. And then there's bad ones. There's good convicts, prisoners, inmates, whatever you want to call them, who live within the belly of the beast or the devil's playground. Then there's some bad ones. There's good people and bad people on that, behind those walls, and also out here in the street. We have good and bad surrounding us 24/7. We have Republicans feeling the way they feel. We have Democrats feeling the way they feel. You have independents feeling the way they feel. Then you have those who don't have nothing to do with those type of people, and they feel the way they feel. Everyone is entitled to their own feelings. And the only time we come together is when our feelings are hurt. When pain and suffering is applied to someone we love or someone within the community that we feel that we need to support. And that's part of life. I've learned a lot while I was in prison. Prison saved me, made me into a new man. That's the good part of prison. Prison also taught me how to be a man, how to move forward, and how to hold home. So, but yet, since I've been home, being free have taught me how to interact with people on my job, how to interact with people at Walmart. So I'm learning all the time. But one thing that I really, it discouraged me is seeing people not being human beings like we were in the old days. Now I know some of you are saying, we don't want to hear nothing about the old days. This is today and now. You're right. And that's what's the problem with today and now. The old people values, the old people love, the old people coming together, the old people or the old way of doing this and that is slowly diminishing, leaving us with nothing but hate, confusion, anger, and the lack of love. Some of you love God. Some of you don't love God. Some of you love the devil. Some of you don't. As for myself, I consider myself an upside down sinner trying to become an upright Christian. I'm working on myself and God is still working on me. And that label should fall on everyone because none of us are perfect. None of us are holier than thou. You have people that, because you're black, and racism is something that I grew up with. I grew up in the South. And it was a part of my life, been a part of my life all these, I'll be turning 67 next month. All these 67 years. And I thought it was getting better, but it hasn't. It's gotten worse. And then what we're really getting away from is being human. Human beings. Caring, loving, supporting, helping, being there for your neighbor, being there for your friend, being there for each other. We've gotten away from that. Everyone have different hidden agendas as to why they support someone, why they get on the picket line to create havoc and mayhem, why they stand up for this or that, and have no idea what they actually standing up for. They just doing it because others are doing it. We have to get back to being human beings before we can get back to being anything other than that. Because without being human beings, we're lost, confused, and the world is heading for destruction. It really is. And it's saddening and breaks my heart that a lot of people, innocent people, good people, as well as bad, are going to be hurt when this is all over in more ways than one. We look for our leaders to lead us, but even our leaders have their own agendas. And we're like sheep being led to the slaughter. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm just calling it like it is. Their viewpoints is so far out there that we can't understand it and see it. Excuse me. And the reason why we can't, because we can't understand and see ourselves. So come on, people. Let's get back to being human. Even if it takes a little step at a time, we can do it. We need to do it. If we don't, this human race, excuse me, this human race will end up killing itself. I love you all. I thank you all for listening. God bless each and one of you. This is Chris, the Real Deal, saying, let's move forward and let's hold on. Take care.